Hi guys, welcome back to Papillion Landing's Home Fitness Series. My name is Brynn. Today we're going to be doing some PIYO. So PIYO is a combination of Pilates and Yoga, which means we're going to be doing some small targeted muscle movement as well as stretching and lengthening. So what you're going to need today is a mat and then one of these bands. I have a couple here because I'm not sure what resistance is going to be too much today. But if you don't have a band or if you don't want to use one, that's also totally fine. You can do all the exercises without them. They're just for added resistance. So we're going to start in a mountain pose. We're going to do some sun salutations for a warm up here. So on your mat, feet are about hip width apart. All the parts of the foot, all the toes are planted down into the floor. We're standing up nice and tall here. You can let the eyes close for a minute. Shoulders are down and back. We're going to bring the hands down by the sides. Palms are facing out. So this is our mountain pose here. And we're just going to take a few deep breaths here through that nose. So lengthening and inhale. And exhaling through that nose. A couple more times here. Go with your own pace. Nice and strong. One more full inhale and exhale through that nose. And then on your next inhale, you're going to lift those arms up overhead, and we're going to exhale, come to a forward fold. I'm going to turn this way at the top of the mat. So exhaling, dropping down here. If you need to keep a bend in the knees, that is okay. Let that head and neck hang. Maybe shake the head yes and no. Maybe bend each knee. Pedal through the feet a few times. And then inhale, take a bend in those knees. Slowly come all the way up, bring the arms up overhead. And exhale, bring those hands to heart. Good job taking that again. Inhaling, lifting the arms up. And exhaling, diving back down to that forward fold. Relaxing the head and neck. This time on the inhale, we're going to come up to a flat back. So your hands can be on the thighs, the shins, they can be on the floor, but we want to make sure that we have a flat back here. And then we exhale, release it back down to that forward fold. Inhaling, taking a slight bend in the knees, coming all the way back up. And exhaling, bringing those hands to heart. We're going to go through this a few more times, adding on as we go. So again, inhaling those arms up. Exhaling to dive it down. Forward fold. Inhaling to lift the chin and the chest. Exhaling, back to forward fold. This time we're going to inhale, step that right foot back. And exhale, step that left foot back so that you're in a plank. Then we're going to take a chaturanga all the way down to the mat. So bend those elbows, keep them in nice and tight. Lower all the way down. And press up, lift the chest, lift the top of the head into a little baby cobra. Elbows are still in. And then exhaling to come up. Curl those toes under and press up and back to downward dog. So fingers are spread nice and wide here. Pressing those hips back. Trying to press the heels down into the floor. Again, if you need to keep a bend in the knees, that's fine. Go ahead and take a moment here. Pedal the feet out. Stretch through those toes. inhale, step that right foot up between the hands. Step that left foot up and exhale to forward fold. Inhaling, taking that bend in the knees, coming all the way up again, and exhaling, hands to heart. Inhaling, taking those arms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Hopefully we're starting to get warm here. Inhaling to that flat back. And exhaling, back to forward fold. This time we're gonna step back with left, and then step back with right into that plank position. Now this time for your vinyasa, you can do that same thing. You can bend the elbows and lower all the way down to the mat and come up into that baby cobra. Push those shoulders down away from your ears. Or you can lower about halfway down, flatten those feet and come through to an upward facing dog. Either option is fine. Again, shoulders away from the ears. Big inhale wherever you're at. And exhale, curl those toes under. Downward facing dog again. Try to press those heels a little bit closer to the mat. Ribs towards the thighs here. Gazes towards the thighs or the belly. And then inhale, bring that left leg up to the top of the mat. Exhale that right foot up to meet it and fold forward. Inhaling to come all the way up. And exhaling to bring those hands to heart. Good job, everybody. We're gonna do one more little set here. So inhaling, taking those arms up one more time. If you wanna take a little reach back, feel free. And then exhale to forward fold. Inhaling, lifting the chin and the chest. Exhaling, back to forward fold. This time you can step or take a little hop out to your plank position. And then take that vinyasa again. So chaturanga to cobra or up dog. Big inhale. And exhaling to downward facing dog. Take one full inhale and exhale here. And then go ahead and inhale, drop those knees. They can be together or about the width of your mat. Big toes are touching in the back. And we're gonna sit it back to a child's pose. Reach those arms, fingers are spread wide, chest and forehead come down to the mat. You can always come to child's pose anytime during class if you need a break. And then when you're ready, we're gonna come back up to all fours here. We're gonna warm up the spine a little bit before we get into our resistance band work. So, taking some cat-cows here, making sure that those shoulders are over the wrists and knees are underneath the hips. We're gonna inhale, press the belly towards the floor, lift that head, and exhale, reverse that movement around the spine. Tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. And again, inhaling, pressing the belly towards the floor. And exhaling to that cat pose. Again, you can always shake the head yes and no here, or move the hips a little bit from side to side. Whatever feels good for your body today. Take a couple more rounds of this with your own breath. One more full cat-cow. go ahead and meet me back in this neutral spine. Inhale here and exhale, sit it back to child's pose one last time. Reach those arms. You can roll through the wrists a little bit if you need to. Nice big breath here. You'll let ribcage expand. Okay, coming on up, we're gonna stay here in this all fours position. And we're gonna come into a pose that we call a beast pose. So you're in all fours, you're checking that alignment, shoulders are over wrists, hips are over knees, but we're gonna curl the toes under here, and we're gonna lift those knees up like 2 inches off the floor. So, little movement. Find your balance here. Tighten that core up, and we're gonna start with some leg work here. So we're gonna take the knees out and in, then we're gonna tap them down and lift them back up just those 2 little inches. Your quads should start burning pretty quick here. Keep going, out, in, down, and up. Really strong arms here. You can always come down onto the forearms if this is hard on your wrists. The movement might look a little bit different, but it can be done. Keep going. 3 more. Out, in, down, and up. Last one here. Down, and up. Now we're gonna take a little rock back, press those ribs towards the thighs, and then come back to that beast. So, making sure, okay, that those knees are coming back to just that tiny little hover. Pressing back, coming forward. Good job, take your time, it doesn't have to be super fast. Again, quads are on fire here. Little hover, good job. We're gonna do 4 more of these. Two more. Woo. Last one, press back, come back to that hover. Step the right foot out, step the left foot out, and then bring it back in. Still keeping just a couple inches. Job. Big breaths still. Take a break anytime you need to. One more time. In, out, out. Press it back to downward facing dog. Take a quick little breather here. Pedal through the feet. Lift each heel and then press it down towards the mat. And then we're going to do that whole thing again. So when you're ready, come back down to all fours. Check that alignment again. Curl those back toes under. Big inhale and exhale. Lift those knees just a little bit. Good job. We're starting with out, in, down, and up. At this point, shoulders are starting to feel it too. Keep breathing. Like I said, you can come down onto the elbows to give your wrists a little bit of a break. We're doing 2 more sets. Out, in, down, and up. Last one. Then we're rocking it back, ribs to the thighs. Coming back forward. Three more. Two. Last one. Good job. Good job. 4 more of these. And then you're getting a little breather with that downward dog. 2 more. Last ones. Good job. Press back to that downward dog. Full inhale and exhale here. Catch your breath. If you want to drop the knees and sit back to child's pose, that's always an option. Good job. Take a couple more breaths wherever you are. Shake those wrists out. And then when you're ready, we're going to come back to that all fours position. And we're going to kick the intensity up just a tiny bit. Now, you always have the option to step instead of jump here. So what we're going to do is curl those toes under. Lift those knees just a tiny little bit. We're going to take either a jump in and back out to that beast pose, or you can always step it in and bring it back out. But we're trying to keep those knees at just a hover here. So, bringing it in, bringing it back out. Again, take it slow. Focus on form here, not speed. Good job. 4 more wherever you're at. Two. Last one. Back out. Drop those knees. Sit it back to child's pose. Good job, everybody. Release out of child's pose whenever you're ready. You can grab a drink if you need one, and you can grab your band if you have one, if you're going to use one. We're going to stay here in our quadruped position to start. That band is going to come around the tops of your feet. Get yourself all situated here. Okay, so again, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. If you need to come onto the forearms, you can. Anytime those wrists get tired. And what we're going to do to start is we're just going to push straight out and in with that right foot. Out, in. Don't worry if your band slips, as mine is. Keep going. Out. Trying to keep that gaze towards the top of the mat so that that neck isn't crunched down. Good job. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to take it to a little diagonal with that same foot. So we're going to take it to the side and back in. Press. Press. Come down onto those forearms anytime. Press. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, taking it to the other foot. So on the hands or on the forearms, up to you. This time taking that left foot straight back. We're gonna press. Out and in. Good job. Big breaths here. Four more. Then we're taking it to the diagonal. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Now diagonal. Press. Good job. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Good job. Come out of that so that you can bring the band up. We're going to bring it just above the knees. Maybe. All right. Then we're coming back into that all fours. We're going to work those legs today. Okay, so back in that all fours position. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Again, come down onto those forearms anytime. My wrists are starting to get a little tired. So we're going to start here. We're going to start with that right leg. Straight leg this time. We're just going to lift up and down. So easy, straight legs. Just up and down here. Maybe if your band doesn't roll and snap on you. Good job. Up and down. We're going to do 4 more here. Then we're going to hold it at the top and pulse. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to take it side to side, getting into that glute a little bit here. So you're going to tap it out to the right, then you're going to lift it up and over, tap it over on the other side. Out. Other side. Up and over. The more up and over you can get out here, the more you're getting into that glute. So try to really lift. Again, if you're not using a band, totally fine. You're still working. 4 more here. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bend that knee. This time we're taking fire hydrants, still on that right side. So, lifting from that hip, we're taking the right knee up and back. Really squeeze at the top. You also have the option to just come onto one forearm here. Whatever works for you. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to take that fire hydrant again and add a little kick out with that leg. Bring it back down. Up, out, in, back down. Good job. These are work. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Bring it back down. Good job. Last thing on this side. Take that leg straight out to the right this time. Toes are pointed. We're gonna just lift and lower here on this side. Woo. If Find your balance here. Take it up and up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Whew. Left that leg, mine is shaking. Also, I lied a little bit. We have one more thing on this side. Then we're gonna take a broken switch. Okay, this time we're just gonna do a little diagonal knee to elbow squeeze. So, still with that right leg, we're gonna bring the knee towards the elbow, take it all the way straight back. Good job. We're just doing 10 of these total. So you're already on 4, 3, 2, last one. Good job. Release it. Take a child's pose. Sit those hips back onto the heels. Chest and forehead down towards the mat. You can bring the hands back here to the heels. Let the shoulders shrug over the knees to get a little bit more of a break. Take a few deep breaths. Good job. One more full inhale, exhale. And then come back up. We're taking that set on the other side. So, starting with straight leg lifts this time. Same thing, left leg comes out. We're taking the leg up and down. Nice and controlled. Press. We've got 4 more. Then we're gonna pulse 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. We're pulsing 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Coming into those up and overs. Hands or forearms, up to you. Take that left leg out, tapping it to the left, up and over, to the right. Good job. Keep breathing. You got 4 more. 2 more. Last one. Good job. Bring that knee in. Going to those fire hydrants on this side so that knee stays bent. We lift from the hip. We're taking it up and up. Squeeze that glute. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're adding that little kick. So up, out, in, back down. Take it at your own pace. Just 8 total of these. You're halfway. My leg is shaking. Both my legs are shaking, really. 3, 2, last one. Good job. Then take that leg back out to the side. Toes pointed, little lifts. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Last thing here. Bring that elbow to knee. So the left leg comes out. We're bending it in, pressing it back out. Good job. You get a break after this. 3 more. 3, 2. Last one. Good job. Sit that. Sit those hips back. Child's pose here. Couple of big breaths. Okay, so we're gonna come up from the all fours position to standing. We're gonna have that band around the ankles this time. Feet are gonna be about hip width apart, maybe a little tiny bit wider. We're just gonna take some standing exercises here with that band. Again, not necessary if you don't want the band or don't have one, you don't need to use it, no big deal. So what we're gonna do, hands are gonna come back behind the neck here. We're gonna take a little squat down and reach for the opposite toe. So the hips are gonna go back. We're twisting here. So, simple movement. Bend those knees. Sit back. Twist and reach. We've got a couple moves here, and then we're going back down to the floor for a little bit of ab work. Then we'll cool down. We're gonna do 3 more each side. 2. Last ones. Good job. From here, feet are gonna come together. We're gonna step out with right, take a little squat, bring it back in, and then left. Step it back in. So out and out. So depending on your band and how strong the resistance is, these might not be big steps, which is okay. Good job. 3 more each side here. Then we're gonna go back to those toe touches for another round. 2 more. Last one, right and left. Step it back together. Hands come back behind the head, same thing. Sit it back, reach for that opposite foot. Go ahead and flip, keep the band where it is. We're gonna come all the way down onto the mat here. We're gonna come all the way down onto our back. Hands are gonna come down on the sides. Those legs are gonna go up towards the ceiling. To start, press those shoulders into the mat. Press your hands and low back into the mat. And we're just gonna take it out and in with those feet. Press it out and in. Again, might not be very big range of motion here, but that's okay. 4, 3, 2, and 1. A little faster. We're gonna pulsate. 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna take a little reverse crunch. And then press out with those feet, up and out. Again. Good job. Push those hips up, push those feet out. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Back to those pulses out, out and in. Nice and slow. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more set of 8 pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Release those legs. The band's gonna come up just above the knees, but take a quick second here to hug those knees into the chest. Maybe take a little rock from side to side. Full inhales and exhales. And then plant those feet on the floor. Again, shoulders, palms, low back pressed into that mat. This time we're just gonna take bridges up and down. So you're gonna inhale, exhale, press the hips up towards the ceiling, up and down. Good job. Pulling that belly button towards the spine. Press. 4 more. 3, 2, get ready to hold it up here. 1, we're gonna pulse the knees out and in. Slow to start. Hips are lifted. Exhale on that, press out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. A little faster. Out, out. Press those hips up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Release it down. Take a breather. We're going to repeat that whole section. Once you're ready, once you've done a little reset here, same thing. Those feet are planted. We're inhaling here. We're pressing the hips up and bringing them back down. Good job pressing through those heels, using the palms to help press. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here, take it out and in. Good job. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little faster. Out, out, press. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Release. Hug those knees into the chest. Again, little rock from side to side here. We've got one more exercise down here. And then we're going to do some stretching and cool down. So last little core exercise, last thing with the band, and then you can get rid of it. We're going to bring it back around the tops of the feet. We're going to bring those knees up to tabletop. Bring the hands behind the head. We're just going to do basic bicycle crunches, but pressing out with that opposite foot with that band. Good job. Take it nice and slow. You've got 6 more on each side. Good job. Breathe. 3, 2. Oh, did I almost fall over there? Last one. Each side. Good job. Take a little breather. We're gonna do one more set. Whew. Give those abs a little rest. We're not gonna do as many reps this time, but we're gonna do one more set of those. When you're ready, take those knees back to tabletop. Hands come behind the head. Same thing. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. Really press out with those feet. Just 3 more on each side. 3, 2, last one, press, and press. Good job. Get rid of that band. Knees come into the chest. Big inhale here. Exhaling, rock from side to side. Then inhale, release. Exhale, reach those fingers and toes towards the opposite ends of the room. Full body stretch here. Rolling the wrists, rolling the ankles, pointing and flexing the toes. Good job, releasing. We're gonna flip over onto the belly. Take a little shoulder stretch here. So, we are going to plant that left palm right about shoulder height. That right arm is gonna go straight out next to you. We're gonna inhale here. You can rest that right cheek on the mat. And then on the exhale, we're going to stack those hips and open it up and start to stretch through the front of that right shoulder. So if this feels pretty good, if you can feel a stretch here, you can stay here. If you want to intensify it a little bit, you can take that top leg, bend the knee, plant it behind that bottom leg. Again, being mindful of that shoulder. If you want to take another progression, you can take that bottom leg, plant it as well. And again, these are just options. We're focusing on the shoulder stretch here, not the spine. So do whatever feels good for you. Hold it wherever you're at for one more breath. And then inhale, release the opposite way you came in. So if your top, or if your bottom leg, is bent, go ahead and straighten that one out. Then that top leg, then come back onto the belly. Good job. Then we're gonna do the other side. So this time that left arm comes straight out. That right hand plants. Inhaling here, exhaling to come onto that left hip. Finding a stretch through the front of that shoulder. Again, taking the progressions if it feels okay, if you want to. Planting that top foot. Planting that bottom foot. Just options. Full inhales and exhales. Then inhale, release the bottom leg, the top leg, and exhale to roll back onto the belly. Pressing up and pressing back to child's pose. Inhaling to come up to all fours and exhaling to bring those knees through to just come to a seated position here. We're almost done. A few more stretches. Take those legs out wide. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Inhale here, take the arms up, and exhale, reach for that right foot. We want to make sure that we're not collapsing into it here, but we're keeping that chest nice and open. Really reaching through that left side body. Inhaling to release, coming up through center. Exhaling, reaching for that left side this time. Inhaling to come up. Exhaling this time to walk it straight out in front. We're trying to keep that chest lifted. Okay, so if you can't get down quite as close to the ground, that's fine. We're trying not to round that spine and hunch over, but to keep that chest pulling forward. Inhaling to come back up. We're going to bring the feet in just a little bit. Toes are still turned out. We're just going to end here in our little yoga squat. So, as much as possible, adjust how you need to. That tailbone is pointing down towards the floor. Bring the hands to heart. You can use those elbows to gently push the knees open a little bit if it feels okay. You can do a little moving from side to side. We did a lot of leg work today. So try to relax into it, sitting up nice and tall. Taking a couple of full inhales and exhales here. You can let the eyes close again if you'd like. And then when you're ready, inhaling to release those hands to the floor. Exhale, carefully press yourself up, straighten those legs, come all the way up. We're all done for today. Good job, you guys. See you next time.